I'm going to use negative space. And I'm going to work with toning my paper and my background as well. So this is a stick. This is a stick of willow. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go block this in. This needs to go down here. If I really want to do that, I need to pull him down, don't I? There we go. Now I can actually see it. And if I see it, oops, I can go back in. Okay, I'm realizing my box needs to be taller. So like that, if you really want to measure it and you're really like into it, you can do that if you want to. These angles have really done a number on me. So I'm going back in and I'm adjusting the top of my box because it just felt wrong. So now he looks a lot better. It's not exact, but it feels a little bit better. Okay, I still need to go back and fix that. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. And I keep on looking and checking and checking and looking. And I think I'm even higher. It feels like maybe it needs to be even higher-ish, maybe. And that angle may even come up more this way. No, it does not. Okay. Okay. So now my box is looking a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. Okay. So it takes me a while too. I struggle with this some, and so you may do better than me. And that's awesome. I would love for that to happen. Okay. And that is why we practice. All right, so I'm getting my box fixed, and then I'm gonna come back here. I'm still using this vine and I really like it, so I'm gonna stick with it. I like to use the side. I use the side actually a lot. And I know that's wider, but I'm gonna push the values right now so I can work with it. All right. And let's see. Let that line right there kind of come around. And I'm going to go back and forth and I'm going to sculpt them, and I'm not going to worry about anything. Okay. All right. So now I can see that my ball is not happening the way I want it to be. So let's see. And it looks like what I need to do is I need to come in with chalk and chop off some of the top of this thing. That looks better-ish. Okay, so, and this dips down. I need to be prepared for this to dip more. And then let's see. Oh, he's flaking everywhere. And I'm still just going back in and plugging in my values. When I get too much dust, I'm gonna pull this off. I'm gonna knock it down. Okay. Oop. Fingerprint. Oh, I got a little piece. And I'm gonna rub that until I can get it to go away. And I'm gonna get a nice gradient going on. Awesome sauce. And there are some points on this that I'm not big on, but you know, whatever. There we go. That's pretty good for now. And this is so much wider. Try to pick up some of this stuff. I'm gonna pick up some of that. I'm gonna rub that down. So, and then I have to cut into here. And I'm just going back and forth, and I'm gonna keep on going back and forth until I'm happy. There we go. If your eraser gets dirty, you can always clean it off on an old towel. There you go. And right now, I am just using my eraser. I have not touched my white pencil until, and I won't touch it until the very end. And this angle, this one's off, but I can go back and fix that in a minute. And I'll come back and use this now. We're getting closer. It has more of a bright ring around it than that one does. It's funny how that has a little bit of a highlight right there. And then there's a highlight over there. I don't know. Wonder why it does that. Almost like it gets brighter around the edge. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go back and with a little piece of this and hit and then we have the bed bug line. It's so weird. The angle's off. Oops, I forgot to record, but I'm going back in and I'm finally using my black pencil. Still have not used my white pencil. And I like to think of it as sculpting. I'm just going back in and I'm just sculpting the details little by little. And as I see things, I'm like, oop, that is not even rounded more. And I know my proportions of my circle, they're not, I feel like it's still, he's still hugging this direction a little bit more than what I want him to be. But it's getting there. It's starting to happen. And honestly, it just takes a little time. And if you're willing to put in the effort, you can do it. And I think I need to sharpen my pencil. Okay. And then I need to go back in here and I lift that off a little bit. So this actually is lighter.